I'm changing the rear shock absorbers on my car as well as the rear drop links, so I thought I'd just do a little video to show you. You can see the shock absorber just in the middle of the spring there, going up into the back of the car. Front shock absorbers are actually a bit of a chore to do for the first time if you've never done them before, but rear shocks are actually very straightforward. There's actually only 2 bolts. There's 1 bolt at the bottom here, which you can see there. If I just get the camera straightened up, there we go. So it's just 1 bolt here. It's on the other side. There's nothing to counter hold. That's just the housing that the bolt screws into. And then there's another bolt at the top, which I'll show you now. To get to the top bolt, you have to bring the seat back down, and then there's this little bit of trim just here. It's like a clip, unusual one, which presses together. See if I can do it one-handed. Let's get the camera on a tripod. And it's this clip just here. Press the 2 bits together and it should pop out. There we go. Then you peel back this bit of trim here, and then tucked behind, I don't know whether we'll see it, there we go. Right, put the camera on the tripod again. Let's see if we can find it. So this bit of trim here, you see this foam, I can actually tell it's original because it's all still stuck down. This foam, if I gently pull up the edges, there it is. So there's several bolts there. All you're interested in is that one just there. It's a, I think it's a 17mm, that one. It's either 17 or 19. There's a bit of crud just in the top of that. That needs clearing out because that's actually counter hold. It's a bit of foam that's got stuck in there, and it's a Torx bit that you'll need to insert in there. There we go. You might be able to see the Torx bit there. I think it's T30. So you'll put a Torx bit in there and then undo that bolt with your spanner. If you undo this one first and remove that, then when you undo the lower one under the car, the shock absorber will just fall straight out. So I'll just remove that first of all. Just to confirm, it's actually an 18mm bolt, and it's a T40 Torx to counter hold. So that's the first bit done. And then this bolt here is a 17mm, no counter hold required. It's been on for 13 years, 180,000 miles, might just need a tiny bit of persuasion. And that's it, simple as that, just pulls out. These are the old shock absorbers here, and I'm going to be replacing with Melee. Replaced the front with Melee last year, and I've been very pleased so far. The cost difference is colossal. Well, you know, pretty big. You're looking at maybe £120 each on the front ones for these. I got them for £88 for the pair, so £40 odd, so a third of the price. And then this was £56 for the pair on the Melee, so you know, quite a big difference on price. The old ones look physically in pretty reasonable shape, no oil escaping, nothing at all there. But what you do notice, if I press this all the way down, then leave it to open, it's a pretty slow return now, so the the rebound on it really isn't as good as you would like. So if I compare it with a brand new Melee, if I press this one all the way down, and much faster and a much smoother rebound. So although the damping will still be there on this when you're on undulating roads, on the originals you're not going to be getting the rebound. And I have noticed the back end of the car has been a little bit skippy, shall we say, on corners. So I thought, well, they've had a good life, 180,000 miles on the originals. So let's give these Melees a go on the back. So I'll get this on the car now, and it's just as easy as when I took them off. So for putting it back in, you'll just be putting this end of the shock absorber back in this hole here. What you need to do, I'd probably wear eye protection for this as well, because you can have bits of rust dropping down. You can see the hole at the top. That's what you're aiming for, that's what you need to get it into, and then you can line up the bottom bolt and just get the bottom bolt in first. So I've got that lined up, then I'll just slot in that bottom bolt here. Might just need to tug on this just to get everything lined up, and then just pop the bolt in. Not full tightness yet, not full torque, it's just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then for this tightening up, Melee have actually supplied a top bolt and a washer, so I'll put that on there. The counter hold for this on the Melee is actually a 6mm hex. So we had a T40 to counter hold before, but it's actually a 6mm hex to counter hold on this. And the bolt Melee supply is actually a 17mm. Not an 18, so there we go. Get it the right way up for you. There we go, 17mm. So all I'll be doing is just counter holding with this and tightening up with the spanner. Then finally it'll be a question of torquing up. So the lower mounting bolt underneath the car, that's going to be 80 Newton meters or 59 foot-pounds, and then the upper mounting bolt, that's just 60 Newton meters or 44 foot-pounds. And that's it. Two nice new shock absorbers fitted, and it is one of those jobs that can be done in minutes, surprisingly easy. Hope you find that useful, and thanks for watching.